Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive.
I have been absolutely buzzing for this one.
Me too. We are turning our eyes west, crossing the Severn, and heading to the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. It is, for my money, one of the most electric fixtures in the whole Six Nations calendar. France versus Wales, this Sunday.
Oh, it's always a massive occasion. There's just something about that stadium, isn't there, when the roof is closed?
It's a cauldron.
It is. The noise just stays in, the pressure builds, but, you know, while the atmosphere is guaranteed, the context for these two teams, it couldn't be more different right now.
It really feels like two ships passing in the night, doesn't it?
That's a good way to put it.
One's a luxury liner, cruising toward a potential title, and the other is, well, it's a life raft trying to plug some pretty serious leaks.
That's a brutal, but I think a fair assessment. I mean, to set the scene properly, you have to look at last week.
Right.
France is coming off that absolute demolition of Ireland, 36-14, and we need to be clear, that wasn't just a win.
No, it was terrifyingly good.
It was. The sources we're looking at today say that performance laid down genuine markers of title credentials. It wasn't the scoreline, it was the dominance.
And then on the flip side, you have Wales.
Right. And the contrast is just stark. The reporting around the Welsh camp is, it's grim.
Yeah.
People are using phrases like Six Nations woes, describing the squad as broken. So heading into Cardiff, France are the heavy, heavy favorites.
And there's always a but in the Six Nations, isn't there?
Always.
French head coach Fabien Galthié isn't just cruising. He's actually got a really fascinating strategic puzzle to solve. And that's the mission of this deep dive.
Exactly. It's not just about picking the best 15 and saying, go do it again. It's about maintaining momentum from that Ireland win while dealing with forced changes, injuries.
Yes. We're working off a specific prediction that suggests these forced changes might actually be a blessing in disguise. We're going to analyze how a couple of injuries might give us a proper look into the future of French rugby.
It's a classic Galthié situation, really. A problem that becomes an opportunity.
It is. Okay, before we get into the nitty-gritty of who's in and who's out, I need to ask you, yes, you, listening right now, to take a second and hit that subscribe button for Rugby Obsession.
Please do.
We're tracking every single tactical shift in the Six Nations, and you do not want to miss what's coming next. So go on, subscribe now.
All set. Good. Let's talk about the backline.
Let's do it. Because this is where the real headache for Galthié is. He's got some key men down.
He does. The casualty list includes Nicolas Depoortère, who's out with a calf issue, and Yoram Moefana, who's struggling with his knee.
So, two heavy hitters in the midfield, gone. Normally, that's panning stations.
Usually, yes, but not with the depth France adds.
Yeah.
Replacing Depoortère at outside center, number 13, actually seems pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Emilien Gaëtan from Pau is described as a certainty to step in.
Gaëtan is a star, full stop. Wasn't he the top try scorer in the top 14 recently?
He was. So 13 is sorted. The real discussion, the real debate is at inside center. The number 12 shirt.
The complex fix.
Exactly. You've got options. The sources mention Noah Nen from Stade Francais, been around the squad, waiting for that first cap.
A solid choice.
And then there's Axel Despers. He's interesting. He's a fly half for Pau, but he played center for the U20s.
So you get a second playmaker.
Right. You blood him at test level without the pressure of being the main 10.
Both good options.
Yeah.
But the prediction we're looking at goes in a totally different direction.
It does. It points to a 20-year-old phenom.
Fabien Brau-Boirie.
The very same.
Okay, if you haven't been watching the top 14, this name might be new. Why him? What's so special?
Well, first, just look at the evidence, the numbers. He has had a fantastically strong season. We're talking 9 tries in 15 games.
For a center, that's winger numbers.
It's prolific.
Right.
But it's not just the tries. The analysis we have describes him as a unique dual threat.
I love that. Dual threat. What does that actually look like on the pitch?
It means he has genuine power to carry into contact. You need that against a blitzing Welsh defense. But he's not just a battering ram. He also has deft handling skills.
So he can take it to the line or distribute.
Exactly. But there's an aha moment here. The real key to this selection. It's about chemistry.
The Pau connection.
Yes. This is my favorite part of this. If Galthié picks Brau-Boirie at 12, just look who he's standing next to.
Okay, so at 13, you've got...
Emilien Gaëtan, his clubmate at Pau.
And on the wing?
Theo Etisogbe, another Pau player.
That is huge. You are essentially just transplanting a club unit right into the national team.
It's incredibly smart. Think about it. Playing in Cardiff is daunting. It's loud, hostile. For a 20-year-old, having your day-to-day teammates right there.
It's a safety blanket.
Exactly. He doesn't have to think. He can just react. He knows their lines, their calls.
So the French backline basically becomes Section Palouise plus Dupont and company.
Which is not a bad combination at all. And speaking of the others, the expectation is Galthié keeps the rest of the machine running as is.
If it ain't broke. So we're looking at Thomas Ramos at fullback.
Correct. Lethal boot.
Louis Bielbiari burning up the wing at 11.
The speed on him is just electric.
With Hugh Jalibert at 10, and of course the captain, Antoine Dupont at scrum half.
It's just a ridiculously talented group.
It is. I want to pause here for a second and throw this out to you listening right now. What do you think about fielding such a young center partnership in Cardiff? Is that club chemistry genius, or is it risky against a desperate Welsh side?
It's definitely a bold move. Galthié has never been afraid to trust youth, though.
And while you're thinking on that, make sure you are subscribed to Rugby Obsession. We're building a community of fans who love these details, so hit subscribe and join in.
All right, moving from the backs to the forwards. The engine room.
This is where the source material describes Galthié's situation as a tough balancing act. Explain that. How is having too many good players tough?
Well, he's in this unique spot. He has a 24-man forward group, and honestly, any combination of them can play his style.
Right?
So the dilemma is, do you rotate to give guys game time, or do you stick with the unit that just crushed Ireland?
The classic rotation versus cohesion debate. And he's got some big names coming back, doesn't he?
He does. Thibaut Flament and Paul Boudherrin are back in contention. I mean, those are guys who walk into almost any other team in the world.
So what's the verdict? What's the prediction?
The prediction is he prioritizes continuity. The pack was incredibly settled against Ireland. It wasn't just that they won, it was how they functioned. Breaking that up right now might just disrupt the rhythm.
So we're looking at some undroppables.
Exactly. Players who performed way too well to be benched. The source highlights Michael Guillard, Julien Marchand.
Marchand was everywhere.
He was. And Oscar Gigoux. You just can't drop them after that performance.
And you've still got the workhorses.
The guys who do the unseen work. Francois Cross, Charles Ollivon, Anthony Gelange. The analysis points to their industrious work as key to the pack's success.
So if the starting pack stays the same, where do the returning stars like Flament go? The bench.
That's the likely spot. And this brings up the bench strategy, the split.
The 7.1 versus the 5.3, the bomb squad approach.
Right. Galthié could go with 7 forwards to just bully Wales physically in that last 20 minutes.
Just overwhelming power.
Exactly. But the prediction is he'll save that weapon for later, maybe for England.
Keep the powder dry.
Probably. So we're likely looking at a standard split, but with massive impact. Expect Cyril Bale on the bench, Peter Mavaka, Georges-Henri Colombe, Emmanuel Mayfou.
Emmanuel Mayfou coming off the bench is just unfair. The man's a giant.
And Thibaut Flament likely joins them there as well.
Wow. That is a terrifying bench to bring on when you're exhausted at 60 minutes.
It's relentless. It's psychological warfare as much as anything else.
Okay, let's visualize this for everyone. I'm going to run through the full predicted starting XV.
Let's hear it.
In the backs, Ramos at 15, the Pau trio of Adesogbi at 14, Gaëtan at 13, and our debutant Brau-Boirie at 12, Bielbiari at 11, Jalibert at 10, Dupont at 9.
So much pace, so much chemistry.
And the forwards, Gelange at 8, Gigoux at 7, Cross at 6, second row is Guillard and Ollivon, and the front row, Eldeguerri, Marchand, and Gros.
That is a serious, serious team. Balanced and physical.
And then, just to cap it off, a bench with Mavaka, Bale, Flament, and Mayfou waiting.
It's the depth. When you read it out like that, it's just the sheer depth. There's no drop-off.
So what's the big takeaway here? France are dealing with injuries, but they might actually look more dangerous because of this youth injection.
I think that's it. It's a really positive outlook. They aren't scrambling. They are blending these undroppable stars like Dupont with exciting 20-year-olds like Brau-Boirie.
It feels like they're having their cake and eating it too. Winning now while also developing the next generation.
Galthié is in this unique position where he can trust his wider squad. He can bring in a 20-year-old for a massive Six Nations game and trust that the system and that club connection will support him.
It's a luxury Wales would kill for right now.
Absolutely. Wales are searching for answers. France are just refining a machine that's already working.
So here's the question for you listening. Does this lineup convince you that France goes 2 for 2? Or does that youth in the midfield give Wales a chance to exploit some inexperience?
It's a valid question. The Principality is an unforgiving place for a rookie.
We want to hear what you think. Drop your predictions in the comments. We read everything.
And as we wrap up, I think the lasting thought for me is that POW influence. It's fascinating how one specific club's youth development is powering the national team's future right now.
It's a great story. We always talk about Toulouse or Leinster as the big talent factories.
Exactly. But here's POW, stepping up and providing the spine of the French backline. It just shows the talent pathways in France are working so well across the board.
It really does. It's a sign of a very healthy system.
Absolutely. It's going to be fascinating to watch them on Sunday.
All right, that is it for this deep dive. Before you go, make sure you have hit that subscribe button for Rugby Obsession. We've got more analysis coming your way, and you don't want to miss it.
It's going to be a great weekend of rugby.
It sure is. Thank you for listening to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive, and we'll look forward to you listening to our next episode.